These beautiful black beauties are not real terriers, yet they are exceptionally clever, confident guard dogs. The Black Russian Terrier, a relatively new and still rare dog breed, is a working dog that can protect a home or company, play with the family's children, and thrive in agility and obedience competitions. Blackies, also known as the Black Pearls of Russia, are people-oriented and prefer to be among the activity at all times. They're a little wary of outsiders, particularly dogs they don't know, but they're loyal to their families and don't shed much. They have a bright, flowing appearance due to their massive bones and well-developed muscles. Blackies are available in black, or black, just like Henry Ford's earliest automobiles. This wide, spacious kennel is recommended by ULTIME for giving your enormous Black Russian Terrier a place to rest and unwind. For your long-haired dog, you should also get this dog brush and massager. More information about this breed: if the Black Russian Terrier were a human version of the watchful guard dog that they were bred to be, you'd want them to keep an eye on you at all times. By the time they are a year old, they have evolved an instinctive protective instinct. When paired with this stunning bearded beauty's size, agility, courage, and power, that instinct produces an amazing guard dog who enjoys playing with their family's children and hanging out by your side. Blackies crave human attention and affection, and they'll wait at the back door until you let them in because playing isn't as much fun without them. The Black Russian is a working dog who thrives on persistent and hard training. They will not tolerate your command unless you respect them. A Blackie without a job to perform and inadequate early training might rapidly grow bored and disruptive, and at that size, they could cause significant damage. It's frightening how smart they are. If you can't live with a dog that is smarter than you, the Black Russian Terrier may not be the right dog for you. Remember that the breed has a long history of serving in the military and police, though these days they're more likely to be seen guarding the house and hearth. Because of their intelligence, they learn rapidly but can be stubborn, so you must be the one in charge from the start. If you're interested in agility, obedience, or Schutzhund competitions, this pup is a wonderful performer who knows how to work a crowd. They'll be great at search and rescue as well. Like most large dogs, the Blackie takes a long time to mature. They're easy to house train, and they don't need to be leash trained because they'll follow a leash naturally. Outside, they're also a lot more active than inside. They can't be confined to a kennel since they're too people-oriented. Besides, they might start guarding their kennel against you instead of defending your home one day. To guard your home, they must regard it as their own. The Blackie is calm and quiet, and tends to be aloof towards strangers, but not aggressive or shy. They'll welcome a stranger you let into your home, but they'll think about whether or not that person should be a friend. If they believe the stranger is a threat, though, all bets are off, and they will not hesitate to defend those they care about. The Blackie is not a suitable choice for first-time dog owners because of its intelligence, stubbornness, and size. If you don't want your adult Blackie to be on your furniture or in your bed, for example, you should start by avoiding allowing the puppy to be in those areas. Once they've gotten away with it a couple of times, they're not going to give up those habits. Their stubborn streak is just too strong. Some people have such a strong streak that they are unable to compromise at all. As a result, the Black Russian Terrier is best suited to people who are used to huge, domineering guard dogs. They'll walk all over everyone they can intimidate since they're big and powerful. They are a thinking dog that reacts better to logic than to force. They were bred to operate as a collaborator with their master. With these puppies, it's best to use positive reinforcement. The Blackie, on the other hand, is an excellent choice for individuals who know how to train and live with a robust, intelligent guard dog. Highlights: Black people require employment. They were bred for it, and they'll be miserable if they don't get one. As your canine friend, they may compete in agility, obedience, Schutzhund, or other canine sports. A minimum of 30 minutes of exercise each day is required for Black Russian Terriers. They are bright and powerful, and exercise gives them a way to express themselves. With enough outside activity, a Black Russian can live comfortably in an apartment. For the Blackie who lives in a house, a fenced yard is ideal. They do bark and shed, but only in small amounts. Blackies prefer to spend time with their families and stay close to their human group. They don't do well when they're left alone in the backyard, so that they don't try to establish themselves as the pack's leader. The occasionally stubborn Blackie needs strong training as soon as you get them home. Blackies are naturally wary of strangers, and unless they are exposed to a variety of people on a regular basis, ideally from puppyhood onwards, they may become too protective of you around strangers. Biting may occur as a result of fear and hostility. Allow your Blackie to interact with a variety of people, including friends, relatives, neighbors, and even strangers, to help them improve their social skills. History: the Black Russian Terrier is a Cold War relic that was bred by Soviet Army scientists in search of the ideal working canine. The Black Russian was raised to patrol the borders alongside soldiers and is perfectly adapted to the harsh Russian winters. The scientists weren't seeking to create a new breed. All they needed was a dog that could meet their military requirements. The Red Star Kennel, where the breeding took place, was founded by the Red Army and benefited from all of the government's resources. Purebred dog breeding had taken a back seat during much of the 20th century due to the Russian Revolution, World War II, and other economic challenges, and the team, which included breeders and geneticists, didn't have much homebred stock with which to work. They did, however, an admirable job. They wanted a dog that could run lengthy fence lines, chase and catch intruders, and stay warm enough to survive in the cold. They originated with giant Schnauzers, Airedales, and Rottweilers, but there are evidence of 17 different breeds, including Great Danes and huge Russian breeds like the Ovcharka. The Blackies excelled at working at rail crossings, jails, and various military locations, including gulags. When the gulags began to close in the 1950s, however, there were more canines than needed, so the army began selling the puppies to the general people. Breeders made a few alterations to the breeding, such as adding Newfoundlands for stability. The first breed standard for the Black Russian Terrier was set by the Soviet Army in 1958. The Soviet Ministry of Agriculture officially recognized the Black Russian Terrier as a breed in 1981. Because of their many wonderful characteristics, such as their huge size, capacity to protect house and family, excellent working abilities, courage, attractive look, sociability, and love of children, they quickly became one of the most admired breeds in the world. Between 1989 and 1990, Black Russian Terriers arrived in the United States. In Mississippi, where an immigrant Russian couple opened a kennel, one of the first American kennels to produce Black Russians was established. Blackies perform well there even if there isn't any snow to play in. In 2001, the American Kennel Club accepted the Black Russian Terrier into the miscellaneous class. On July 1, 2004, the breed was accepted into the AKC working group. Breeders have tried to address the health difficulties and physical flaws that the breed had in the beginning, and the Blackie is now a strong and hardy breed that is only recently becoming known to legions of dog enthusiasts. Size: the Black Russian Terrier is a robust, well-built large breed with a weight range of 80 to 140 pounds, although 140 is a bit above average. Males can stand between 27 and 30 inches tall, while females can stand between 26 and 29 inches tall. Personality: Black Russian Terriers are calm, self-assured, and brave. These canines' neurological systems are very steady, and they exude confidence and serenity. They're self-assured, loyal, and aloof toward strangers, having been bred by the military. Blackies were created to defend and protect, but without their well-known emotional stability, they could become dangerous. Because Blackies are very clever and require a job to accomplish, training is simple. Start early to avoid the feeling of being overprotected. Blackies adore children and will protect those who are in their vicinity. They're house dogs who need to feel like they're a member of the family. They're not cut out for life in the yard. Blackies want almost constant care and guidance, and if you don't provide it, they will withdraw. A variety of factors influence temperament, including heredity, training, and socialization. Puppies with a good temperament are interested and lively, and they enjoy approaching people and being held. Meeting the parent dogs, siblings, or other blood relatives can be beneficial in determining what a puppy will be like as an adult, but it is not a certainty. When they're young, the Black Russian Terrier, like all dogs, needs early socialization, exposure to a variety of people, sights, sounds, and experiences. Socialization is important for your Blackie puppy's development as a well-rounded dog. Although some Blackies will only prefer other canine companions who live in their household, the more properly socialized they are, the better they are with other dogs. Enrolling them in puppy kindergarten is a terrific place to start. Regularly inviting visitors over and taking them to crowded parks, dog-friendly stores, and leisurely strolls to meet neighbors will help them improve their social skills. Blackies are typically healthy, however they are susceptible to some health issues, as are other breeds. Although not all Blackies will contract one or more of these diseases, it's crucial to be aware of them if you're thinking about getting one. Here are a few things to look out for with your veterinarian allergies. Dog allergies are very frequent, and the Black Russian Terrier is no exception. Food allergies are addressed by removing specific items from the dog's diet. Contact allergies are caused by a reaction to a topical substance such as bedding, flea treatments, dog shampoos, and other chemicals, and inhalant allergies are caused by airborne allergens such as pollen, dust, and mildew. Dietary restrictions, drugs, and environmental adjustments may all be used depending on the cause. Hip dysplasia is a genetic disorder in which the thigh bone does not fit securely into the hip joint. Some dogs demonstrate pain and lameness on one or both rear legs, while others show no signs of distress. The most certain way to diagnose the condition is by X-ray scanning. Arthritis might occur in either case as the dog ages. Hip dysplasia dogs should not be bred. Elbow dysplasia is a degenerative illness that is similar to hip dysplasia. It's thought to be caused by aberrant growth and development, which leads to a weaker and deformed joint. The severity of the condition varies. The dog could develop arthritis or become lame. Surgery, weight loss, medical management, and anti-inflammatory medication are all options for treatment. Progressive retinal atrophy (PRA) is a group of eye illnesses in which the retina gradually deteriorates. Affected canines become night blind early in the disease and lose sight during the day as the condition advances. As long as their surroundings remain the same, many affected dogs adjust well to their restricted or lost vision. Carrier Blackie need at least half an hour of daily exercise and mental stimulation, such as walks, runs, disc games, obedience, or agility. Even if you planned for your Blackie to spend the time alone in the backyard as exercise, he'll only sit at the door waiting to be allowed back in. They have a strong desire for human interaction, so they're always happier when you're around. Puzzle toys like Buster Cubes are a terrific way to keep that active mind occupied when you're not playing with your buddy. As long as they get enough exercise, the Blackie may live in an apartment. They should have a fenced yard in a single-family home. Puppies don't require as much vigorous activity as adults, and you shouldn't allow them run on hard surfaces like concrete or leap until they're at least a year or 18 months old. Large breed puppies, like as the Blackie, may be stressed if their skeletal systems are still developing, which can lead to eventual joint problems. Obedience classes can help you control your Blackie's behavior by satisfying his mental stimulation and work needs. They'll respond well to positive reinforcement training methods, such as praise, play, and food, and are likely to cheerfully obey their trainer's directions. All they need to know is who is in charge. Every dog benefits from crate training, and it's a gentle approach to guarantee that your Blackie doesn't have accidents or get into things they shouldn't. A crate is also a good area for them to take a snooze. If your Blackie ever needs to be boarded or hospitalized, crate training at a young age will help them accept confinement. Your Blackie, on the other hand, does not want to spend the entire day in a crate. There's not a jail, and they shouldn't stay in it for more than a few hours at a time unless they're sleeping. Blackies are people-oriented dogs who should not be left alone or in a crate for long periods of time. Feeding 3 to 4.5 cups of high-quality dry food each day, divided into 2 meals, is the recommended daily quantity. Note the amount of food your adult dog consumes is determined by their size, age, build, metabolism, and degree of activity. Dogs, like people, are unique individuals who require different amounts of food. It practically goes without saying that a dog who is very active will require more than a dog who is sedentary. The type of dog food you buy makes a difference as well. The better the dog food, the more it will nourish your dog and the less you'll have to shake into his bowl. Rather than putting food out all the time, measure their food and feed them twice a day to keep your Blackie in good form. Give them the eye and hands-on tests if you're not sure if they're overweight. Look down at them first. There should be a waist visible. Then, with thumbs down the spine and fingers extended downward, place your hands on their backs. Without pressing too much, you should be able to feel but not see their ribs. If you can't, they'll need to eat less and exercise more. See our Buying the Proper Food, Feeding Your Puppy, and Feeding Your Adult Dog guides for more information on feeding your Blackie. Grooming and color of the coat. Blackies have black coats, yet even in puppies, a sprinkling of gray hair can be visible. They have a double coat with a tough outer coat and a soft, thick undercoat. Its length ranges from 1.5 to 4 inches. Blackies have a disheveled coat, which some people mistake for wiry or curly. Brushing is a weekly ritual for Blackies, who require regular and frequent grooming to avoid matting. You'll need a slicker brush, an undercoat rake, and a stripping comb to brush that coat. Any of these grooming tools can be found in a good pet supply store. Although Blackies don't shed much, those with longer coats may leave small clumps of hair all over the place if they aren't groomed regularly. The eyebrows, mustache, and beard aren't clipped and can be left alone. Although show grooming for Blackies is time-consuming, if your partner isn't competing in conformation, the coat can be cut twice a year to keep it manageable. You can clip your partner by yourself. It will take some experience, but it is not difficult. Your Blackie should only require a bath when they're dirty if you keep them brushed. To avoid drying out your dog's skin and coat, use a dog shampoo. Because the Blackie beard absorbs water, which they can subsequently spray freely throughout the house, grooming the beard may require extra attention. Brush your Blackie's teeth at least twice or 3 times a week to get rid of tartar and the bacteria that live inside it. Brushing your teeth on a daily basis is even preferable if you want to avoid gum disease and foul breath. If your dog's nails don't wear down naturally, trim them once or twice a month to avoid unpleasant tears and other issues. They're too lengthy if you can hear them clicking on the floor. Because dog toenails include blood veins, cutting them too short might result in bleeding, and your dog may refuse to comply the next time the nail clippers are pulled out. So, if you've never trimmed a dog's nails before, seek advice from a veterinarian or groomer. They should have their ears checked once a week for redness or a foul odor, which could suggest an infection. To help avoid infections, wipe out your dog's ears with a cotton ball wet with a moderate, pH-balanced ear cleanser. Do not clean the ear canal, instead, clean the outside ear. When your Blackie is a puppy, begin accustoming him to being brushed and examined. Handle their paws and glance inside their mouth frequently. Dogs are sensitive about their feet. Make grooming a pleasurable experience for them, complete with praise and rewards, and you'll be setting the stage for smooth veterinarian checks and other handling when they're older. Check your skin, nose, mouth, and eyes, as well as your feet, for sores, rashes, or symptoms of infection such as redness, tenderness, or inflammation. There should be no redness or discharge in the eyes. Other pets and children, despite their size, Blackies are kind with youngsters and will guard them. Females appear to be more ready to play with children than. Mind that Blackies are enormous and active friends, and very young children may be pushed over or damaged by such a playful and energetic dog. With very young youngsters, proceed with caution. If you're planning to add an older or rescue dog to your family, keep in mind that Blackies who haven't been around children since puppyhood may not be as tolerant. In any case, you should teach children how to approach and touch dogs, and you should constantly supervise any interactions between dogs and small children to avoid biting or ear or tail pulling on either party's behalf. Teach your youngster to never approach a dog that is eating or sleeping, or to try to steal the dog's food. No dog should ever be left alone with a child, no matter how friendly it is. As a puppy and as an adult, make sure your Blackie is well socialized so they don't become overprotective of their family and belongings. Other dominant dogs don't get along well with male Black Russians. For this reason, many of them aren't appropriate for dog parks. They get along well at home with other canine companions that have previously established themselves. They'll get along fine with non-dominant or small dogs, cats, horses, rabbits, and other pets. Rescue organizations' Blackies are frequently bought without a thorough grasp of what it takes to own one. Many Blackies are available for adoption or fostering. There are a few rescues that we haven't mentioned yet. If your location does not have a rescue listed, contact the National Breed Group or a local breed club, and they will be able to direct you to a Blackie rescue.